Growing up, I had no real concept of what health or fitness was, if I'm being very honest. I was raised in the deep south where water was basically sweet tea, and it was almost like a competition between everyone, like who had the sweeter sweet tea. My mom still takes a lot of pride in putting multiple cups of sugar in her 1 gallon of sweet tea. And I mean, does it taste good? Yes. Is it good for you? Not necessarily, especially when you are just constantly streamlining a bunch of sugar throughout your body 24/7. And even our vegetables weren't really even vegetables anymore. I mean, once you deep fry them or cook them in bacon fat, you kind of lose most of the nutrients. And yes, I did say bacon fat. In my family, my grandparents, my mom, pretty much everyone in my family, always when they would cook bacon, would save the bacon grease that was left over, which was like canola oil and then any fat that came off the bacon, and they would save it in like little containers, and then they would put huge dollops of that onto their vegetables when they fried their vegetables. And I was also a very sedentary, reclusive teenager. I never loved activity. I skipped gym whenever I could, and I brought all of those habits into my 20s. Truthfully, because I have always had a fast metabolism, I did not see any effects on my body whatsoever, so I never took the time or just the energy to look into the way I was eating to see if it was right or if there's something different I should be doing. And then when I turned, I think around the age of 24, my metabolism started to slow down, and I started to see the effects that my really poor diet and health and fitness choices were having on my body. Not only was I starting to gain a little bit of weight, but my body was always aching, my knees hurt, my back hurt from always like working from home on the couch. I developed adult acne. I did have acne back in middle school, but I didn't have it in high school or through college. I was pretty lucky with that. And then around 24, I had acne, all like big cystic acne for like the past 2 years, all over my face, on my shoulders, down my back. I spoke with multiple doctors, nutritionists, a dermatologist, and basically some things I learned is that I had something called a leaky gut from having poor gut health, basically from having, you know, poor food choices, and I was having really poor digestion. And then from a dermatologist, I learned that the reason I had the acne was not hormonal. It wasn't from bad skin. It wasn't from environmental. It was from my stress, my cortisol levels, which is stress, and my poor eating habits. There was one point in my life around the age of 24 that I tried to fix everything, and I went off the deep end to the extreme. I did juice cleanses and smoothie cleanses, and it was when I was doing all those celebrity diets. I was trying every diet in the book, and yes, I lost a good bit of weight, and like I liked the way I looked, but I was miserable because I went from being someone with a major sweet tooth problem, pretty much a severe sugar and salt addiction, to not letting myself have any of it. And after 4 or 5, maybe 6 months of doing the extreme of being perfect with my health and fitness, I was so miserable that I just stopped all of it. I crashed, I went on a severe binge, and I went right back to normal. And before I get any comments about, but you're not big, I am not saying that whatsoever. Even when I gained weight, I was never really upset by that because I have always been naturally small. But what you need to realize is skinny does not always equal healthy. Finally, at the age of 26, I decided I needed to make these life changes again and kind of start over, but not go to the extreme. So I decided to really try and find some balance in my life about a few months ago, and I have been documenting what has been going on. So one of the first things I started doing was taking vitamins and supplements. I did actually only start the GNC for You vitamins and supplements probably about a month, 2 months ago now, but these are better than any vitamins and supplements I have taken. I have a free lifestyle quiz. I'll link it below if you want to take it. It takes like 2 minutes. A free lifestyle quiz, and you answer all these questions about your lifestyle and then what you're trying to achieve, and then it gives you personalized vitamins for your lifestyle, which I think is wonderful. And when you get them, they come in like little individual packets. That way you can just take one out every single day and then rip it out and you're good to go. The exact things I've been taking are GNC's Women's Ultra Mega 1 Daily Vitamin, their rhodiola extract, which is an adaptogen, and it's also for stress release and natural well-being. And then I'm taking, I don't know how to say it, quercetin, and it protects cells against free radical damage, and a triple strength DHA, which is for eye and brain function. For my workouts, I started doing Rachel Oss 2-day 1-off schedule, meaning I work out for 2 days and then I take a day off. Now, I understand that is not practical for a lot of people because that does equal to 5 days a week. But remember, I work from home. I sit literally all the time. I don't leave my house a lot because I am working from inside my house. I am very sedentary naturally with my work, and I need that much movement. It was a lot for me to adjust to, going from not working out to 5 days a week. But just for me, that was the best schedule. After speaking with doctors and hearing how severe it was, because I did have doctors telling me if I didn't start working on my knee health, because my knees have been hurting really badly, and just my overall body health, that I was going to have severe joint and bone problems in the future. My diet, I wanted to find a nice balance between food freedom, but also getting myself to a healthy balance, because currently, or when I first started this whole journey, I didn't have a clean palate, so my body naturally was always craving sugar and salt and processed foods. The more you eat something, the more your body adapts to it, and the more your taste buds adjust to it and crave those foods. So at first I did limit my sugar and salt and just the processed foods to a little bit of a minimum. I didn't want to do cheat days, because I think when it comes to food freedom, I didn't want to feel like I had to go 5 days a week being perfect and then binge on the weekends, because when I've done that in the past, I would be miserable for 5 days waiting to have a piece of chocolate, and then I would binge on the weekends, and by Monday I would feel so sick from all of the binging and gorging that I did, and it just wasn't fun for me. Something I did to readjust my palate is introduce a lot of smoothies and juices. I was not doing juice cleanses or smoothie cleanses, just introducing them back into my diet, because it is a really quick way to get in tons of fruits and vegetables, and the more you get in, the more you are having fruits and vegetables, the more your body starts to crave them. And then after a few weeks of doing that and still having some treats throughout, I really feel like I have found some intuition with my food. I mentioned in a few videos that I am doing like intuitive eating now, where I ask myself every time I go to eat, like, what does my body want and what does it need? And sometimes, yes, my body wants a cookie, and then sometimes it needs vegetables, and I just listen to myself every single time, and it has been a game changer. Now, yes, for the first few weeks, maybe even almost the first month, I did feel a lot of resistance. I think for a while there wasn't even 1 week that I completed all 5 workouts, but that's fine. I mean, I knew that when I was doing the 2-1 schedule, if I at least completed 3 or 4 workouts, that would be a huge difference from what I was doing before. And now I've gotten to the point where I love going to the gym. I don't know what it is, but it just makes me feel so good. If I go to the gym and I'm just feeling okay or kind of blah or even a little down, I leave in the best mood. It's like those endorphins are just like flooding. Is that what it is? Endorphins? Maybe. My entire mindset and my mood shifts and it changes, and I'm so much more confident when I go, and I'm not focused on what anyone else looks like. I don't care what people look like. I don't care if I have a thigh gap. My body wasn't built to ever have a thigh gap. I have learned to love my own body, and love my thighs and my butt, and just enjoy treating myself kindly, moving my body, being active, and doing what is good for my body. That, along with these vitamins and supplements, has been the biggest help for my mental health in my entire life. I have struggled with mental health since I was a child, and I just haven't struggled in the past few months. I have been pretty dang good. I mean, I've had normal human emotions. I've had bad days, obviously, but nowhere like I used to. My moods used to be always a constant roller coaster, never knowing when I was gonna drop or fly back up. It has been a nice, consistent overall mood with little bumps in the road, but nothing major. And if you haven't noticed, my skin has completely cleared up. I'm not wearing any foundation right now. I have a little bit of concealer under my eyes and like bronzer and stuff, but zero foundation, and I haven't needed it because my skin is so clear. The women's multivitamin has also done wonders for my skin and my hair and my nails. There are a lot of things in the women's multivitamin that is for your hair, skin, and nails. I have to cut my nails 2 or 3 times a week now. That's insane. I used to cut them like once a month. My hair is growing faster than it ever has before. I've always had really slow growing hair, and now it's growing like an inch and a half in a month. Not complaining. When it comes to my overall body, my digestion has completely done a 360. My digestion is great. I never knew what nice digestion felt like, but it's wonderful. I don't struggle with crazy bloating. I used to have really bad painful bloating all the time. My face would swell up from the massive amounts of salt I was eating. That has kind of all gone away, and now if I have a salty food, my body doesn't just freak out and flare up because I'm not doing it where I gorge for a weekend. You know, I'll have a healthy day where I eat, you know, fruits, vegetables, eggs, meat, whatever, and then if I have something salty, then, you know, the next morning I go back and eat another healthy thing, and it's just like it's not a big deal. It doesn't consume my life now. I just eat foods and don't stress over it. I am not claiming to be any diet anymore. I'm not claiming to be vegan, pescatarian, what else other diets anyone is. I am just eating intuitively, and that has really been important for me. My body composition since working out and everything has also changed. I was never aiming to lose any weight, so I've made sure to eat the same amount of calories. So I did have to up the amount of food I was eating, because obviously processed foods a little bit goes a long way calorie wise. So I am eating a lot more, which is honestly isn't that bad. I love snacking, so I get to snack a lot throughout the day. So even though I was never aiming to lose any weight, I did lose a little bit of weight, but for the most part I have stayed the same size. However, my body composition has been really nice. My thighs are super toned, my butt is lifted, my waist is where I've lost a little bit of the weight, so I've gotten a little bit more of a curve, and I just feel really strong. The gym has made me feel like a strong ass woman. I just feel confident and happy, and I think this has been the best lifestyle change I could have ever made. This video is not to encourage you to jump off the deep end and go to the extreme and work out every single day and never enjoy a cookie. That's not what this is. This is maybe to just show you what just taking care of yourself has done for me, and maybe help you find that balance for you if maybe you've been looking to do that. I don't think anyone needs to be at one extreme or the other. I think it's a beautiful thing when we find some balance, learn to just love ourselves as we are and want to take care of ourselves. Don't forget to check out gncforyou.com. I will have the links down below where you can take your free lifestyle quiz and find out your personalized vitamins and supplements and order them if you'd like. If you'd like any more specific videos on these topics, maybe a fitness routine, what I've been eating, grocery hauls, anything like that, let me know in the comments down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you want more health and fitness videos so I know if you're enjoying this. Subscribe if you are new, and I will talk to you all next time. Bye.